Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Greetings and welcome to today's webinar. We are on Deep Dive, and today is Thursday, April 3rd, afternoon, 2025. Greetings and we are starting our webinar now. To today's webinar with a lovely tune by one of our global ambassadors in the name of Lerato Shadare. And Dr. Derek is going to play that tune for us. So please, let's open our minds as we listen to the signature tune, In It to Win It by Lerato Shadare. Thank you so much, and over to you, Dr. Derek.
Your next stop is Impassive.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Thank you very much, Dr. Derek. Yes, we are in it to win it. Thank you, Sister Lorato, for starting our webinar with us today. We're moving to the next agenda item for our webinar, and we know that is none other than the mindset. Our CEO has promised us the physical, and we have to work on the mental by ourselves, on our own. And it is the right thing to do. And we so believe in it, that's why we do it religiously every Tuesday and Thursday on this platform. Our mindset speaker for this Thursday is none other than Queen JW, who is an inspirational speaker, an entrepreneur, and a talk show host. She is a mom and a grandmom, and there's nothing that would deter her from being anywhere other than on this platform to share with us. And her mindset topic today is about obesity. So we're going to call on our sister Queen JW to inspire us this lovely Thursday afternoon, April 3rd. Oh, she's in green today. St. Patrick's is still continuing from March to April. Welcome, Queen JW. You look awesome. Over
Thank
to you,
you.
sis.
You look awesome too. I love that hat now. You're rocking it. Well, good evening. Good evening. Thank you so much, Queen Debbie. I appreciate that introduction. And I just want to say thank you for being the host with the most. I want to thank Dr. Derek for allowing us to speak on our platform. All the other leaders for all that they do, including Queen Dr. Benny. And just want to say thank you to Ash Mafara for taking us along on this amazing journey, and our Heavenly Father for making it all possible. And of course, our brand ambassadors / affiliates. It's a pleasure to be here to share this information with you like always, and thank you always for showing up and your support. Appreciate it. Yes, tonight the topic is about obesity. That seems to be something normal. It don't seems to be no alarm, no real concern. People just get sick and that's basically it. But I work in a doctor physician office, and when people is over their BMI, they are considered obese. They might not tell them directly, but indirectly that they are obese. Even people as small as me can also be obese. So it's not that people who are thin that they can't fall in that category. Is your BMI, and once you're over it, you are considered obese, especially if it's 20% over your normal weight. So then it's considered that. And obesity leads to all kind of medical issues also. It's hard on your knees. When people are ready to get knee surgery, they always tell them, the wind is high. Whoa! They always tell them, whoa, close you down. Hey, you have to lose some weight first. Or even when you go for a surgery, sometimes people are overweight and it could cause problems during the operation. They will tell them they have to lose weight. And they have methods that can help you lose weight just like that when it's definitely necessary. So obesity is a epidemic, and I could even say it's a pandemic too, because a lot even children, babies are obese, and it starts from their very youthful age. When they're babies, the parents overfeed them, or they give them foods that they shouldn't even have. Sometimes I see them as far as going and giving them Pepsi sodas in their bottles. I'd be like, oh my gosh. Or the formula is so thick, they figure they can, the thicker we make it, that way they will sleep longer. It's not for health reason. It's for convenience. But those convenience turns into deadly consequences. Anyway, tonight we're going to talk about obesity, the causes, of course, the symptoms, and the natural remedies. I hope I will be able to run through it. We're going to start with the symptoms. A person is considered actually overweight when they weigh at least 20% more than their average for their height and your body type. So all that plays a role. It's just not, it doesn't fall the same for everybody. Two people can have the same weight, but because of their structure and their body type and their height, you will be like, well, I weigh the same. So why? Okay. So that's the reason. Some people are taller, so they might carry that weight well. And when you're shorter, you tend to go outward, you know. But when you lose the weight, you tend to get a little height, not too much, but a little. Okay, so obesity is an excess accumulation of body fat that can lead to various health complications. Okay, now the causes of obesity occurs when the body stores too much fat due to excessive intake and insufficient calorie expenditure. So the average human body contains 30 to 40 million fat cells. And excess fat storage can become a lifelong issue because when you create one fat cell, you will also create more fat cells and they don't go away. Some people say, well, we already have fat cells, but you actually create them along the way. Not saying there ain't some already there, but you create an excess and it doesn't go anywhere. So the common causes include a poor diet, of course. We're not eating the right foods. And some of us are totally unaware. So you can't blame a person that's overweight entirely because sometimes they're not educated and sometimes they were obese from children, and they don't know no other way to eat because that's the way they were taught. And no one seems to be alarmed about it or was concerned about it or addressed it. So it seems like it's normal, it's okay, and it's not. And the excess fat cell, like you said, storage can become a lifelong issue. Common causes include like the poor diet. So that's high intake of fatty, processed, and sugary foods. All those pies, especially when people go to Golden to Corral and they think this buffet that we can eat all we can. I'm gonna pay $17 or maybe it went up to 22, I'm not sure. And you can eat all you want. And let me people be gobbling till they even take little bags and sneak the food into the bags to take home. That is, I don't know what you want to call it, but it's not good. I won't even name it, but it's bad. It's totally bad. And the sugary foods, they go after they eat, they go and get all the ice creams and the pies. Oh my gosh, I used to say, but where did they get room to put that extra food? But I can't talk too much now because I like sugary treats too now after my food, which is not a good thing, I learned. Then lack of exercise. The more you tell people that they have to exercise, the more they don't exercise. I remember when I went to a doctor one time and he was saying, well, Jackie, if you don't do this, well, you just could go ahead and die. And I was like, oh, he's so cold, cruel, you know? But he said that because he wanted me to know how serious it was, that you got to do something. But if you don't, baby, you could go ahead and die. He just said it like that. And I was like, okay, he means something. And that lack of exercise is because some of us, not saying us per se, but people in general will go home and they will look at television because they will say after the day's work, I am so poof. All I could do is put my legs up and relax. And that's before, and they even got to prepare dinner. Some people have to prepare dinner if they didn't do it before they went to work. And then they got to prepare dinner, so they're more tired. By the time they eat, it's already 7 or 8 o'clock in the evening, and all they can do is lay down. There's no exercise going on right there. That's a done deal, like our CEO will say. Okay, so that sedentary lifestyle, it contributes to weight gain. Medical conditions like diabetes, hypoglycemia, and doctrine disorders, those things leads to weight gain, because when you have a condition, you can't eat this and you can't eat that, or you either eat the wrong things and all kind of problems start. You get high blood sugar, all these things that you don't need. Psychological factors is like boredom. Boredom, when you get bored, oh, girl, let me go have some Kentucky Fried, order some Chinese food, because of boredom. Sometimes you don't have another output, another direction to gain your attention, and sometimes food becomes it. I remember when I would have an issue at work, and then I leave work, I go shopping. I would go spend my time in the mall to calm myself down. Stress and emotional eating. Some people have that issue. They get upset, they go and eat. Everybody has some sort of habit. Nutrition deficiency. That's always seems to be in every condition that we talk about. So inadequate intake and absorption of the essential nutrients can cause fat storage instead of fat burning. So you want to burn fat, you don't want to store it, because you know what happens then. And then you have hormonal imbalances like dysfunction in the hypothalamus. And then you got the pituitary gland, the pineal, the thyroid, the adrenals, or the pancreas. All that can contribute to obesity. Because when these organs, or not organs, glands are not working, are not functioning properly, then we end up with all sort of problems, because then the body is not the metabolism is not working good. You're not burning fat. It seems like you're storing. Some people say, well, I only ate one meal today, so I don't even know where all this weight is coming from. You have a problem. There's something going on, and it should alarm you. It should alarm you. I'm eating one meal, I'm not eating that much, and I'm still gaining weight. Something must be wrong. But some people, we overlook it. Like we get a pain in the shoulder, and it really hurts. We massage it, and we say, okay. And maybe the next day the pain's subdued to some extent, and you say, okay, I guess it's okay. And then a couple of weeks, that same pain come back, and it come back angrier than ever. And then you're like, oh, we overlook things and we take them for granted, and then that's when it blows up into something huge, like a volcano. So fat storage patterns, obese individuals tend to store fat not only in your fat cells, but also in your muscle tissue, making weight loss more challenging, because not only you might lose the weight in the fat cell, but you might not lose the weight in the fat tissue. And that what can become a problem. Then we go on to some natural remedies, for obesity, like food and nutrition. So rather than simply cutting calories, it is crucial to maintain a steady intake of a balanced nutrition. Dieting and lose and regaining weight, that doesn't work at all. That just damaged the body, and it increased the risk of heart disease. Okay, as shown by the 14-year Framingham study. So to sustain a long-term weight loss, there's a calculation that you can do to see how many calories that you should intake on a daily basis. And then you will have a guideline. You will have a cutoff. You won't be just eating any kind of way. If you know what your calorie intake for that day is, then you will go by that. But you got to know what it is first to even get started. So it's you will multiply your weight by 10, and then you will add 30% to this number. Okay, which is 1/3, I think, will be 450. And this is the daily caloric intake needed to maintain your weight. So everybody's going to have a different calorie amount for that your daily intake. So everybody's not going to be the same, because we're not the same, you know. And to lose weight, you will consume fewer calories than the amount. And don't be alarmed by it, because your body going to say, oh, I feel good. She didn't eat too much today, or he didn't eat too much today. Awesome. That way your stomach could shrink back to the normal size that it is. Our stomachs are outstretched. It's not the normal size. And if you see the stomach in a diagram, it's not even that big. It's not like a balloon. It's not even the size of a balloon. I would say more like a cantaloupe or something like that, but not like, it's not that much. It can't hold that much. It's not to hold food. It goes through for digestion. It's not a food holder. So you will it's like example is, if you're 150 pounds, you will times it by 10, which will equal 1,500 calories. Then you will take and add that 30%, which is 450, and you will come up to 1,950 calories a day. If you go over that amount, according to whatever your calorie intake is for the day, caloric intake is for the day, then that's your option. You make that choice. Avoid crash diets. They need to be rapid weight gain and increased cholesterol. Rapid weight gain leads to increased cholesterol. Those crash diets, some people say, well, I'm just, okay, for this week, this is what I'm going to do. But if you did it for that week, but next week, you know what? You're going to gain that same weight that you went on a crash diet for, and you're going to be opening yourself to gain even adding more fat cells to your life, to your system. Identify and eliminate food allergies. Certain foods may contribute to weight gain. So be careful, the foods that you eat, that you choose. Eat consistent, balanced meals. Focus on nutrition rather than simply reducing your calories. Because remember, there's a nutrition deficiency. So you don't want to worry up. I mean, once you set your caloric intake for the day, you don't have to worry about it anymore. But you got to focus on the food that you choose, that they are nourishing and they are nutritional. Okay. Avoid unhealthy foods. Of course, they're going to come to the junk foods, the fatty and fried foods, which is no good. If you're obese, it's no way good. Processed foods, caffeine, nicotine, and soft drinks, alcohol, as it inhibits the fat burning. So it stops your metabolic system from burning the fat. So now you're thinking, why am I not losing weight? Well, didn't she say get my caloric intake together and do this and do that, but I'm still not losing weight. You got to be careful of what you're doing. You got to check out and evaluate yourself and see, go through your kitchen cabinet and see the things that you have that are good and the things that are bad, and get rid of the bad. Hydration. Drink at least 8 to 10 glasses of water daily. Meal timing, that's very important. And sometimes we don't, I see people go out to eat all 10 o'clock at night, 11, people are still eating. I mean, sometimes it can happen if you go out, and at least when you come in, you can eat something light. If it's late already, don't bother to go eat a heavy meal. Sometimes people have trouble falling asleep, or they have indigestion. Something happens. That means that is not the right thing to do. So breakfast should be your largest meal. And some people say, well, I don't eat breakfast. And maybe that's why you have heartburn, indigestion. I remember working with, my colleagues, and some of them suffer from indigestion because they didn't eat breakfast. But once she went to the physician, he told her what I saw her. She started eating her breakfast in the morning. you know? And sometimes for some people, a breakfast, like in New York, they will stop and get a donut or a muffin. That is not breakfast, you know? And I don't think anyone tells you exactly what breakfast is, but it should be nutritional, number one. And if it has to be some fruits, and you could eat a whole cantaloupe for breakfast, I think, or half of it, and add some green, or have some green tea. There's things you can do. Put some nuts. Dr. Derek do an awesome breakfast. He add all those great things together, and you have a nutritious and that energize you throughout the day. It don't give you any brain fog. You don't feel tired and restless. You get to work and you're already tired. Something is wrong. Okay, lunch should be moderate. And don't talk about dinner. Dinner should be light or skip altogether. And avoid eating after 3 p.m. I wonder if that was something, my mom used to cook our meals, and by the time we get home from school and we get there, I think around 3, our meals be ready for us to eat. So we never actually ate late in the evening. The only time I think I will eat late, my mother will come home sometimes because she worked the night shift, and she will get her grits and fried fish, and I will, since I'm up, I will gladly chow with her. But it's not healthy to do that on a daily basis. It can be accidental. I didn't have an opportunity, it turned out that way. It's okay. Number 8, you should include essential nutrition. You should include Nova Scotia Dulce or Norwegian kelp for trace minerals, because our body doesn't get all the minerals that it needs, not from food. Food doesn't do it, but raw foods does. You get a lot of your minerals and natural juicing, where you juice. It's good to invest in a juicer or a blender to do a lot, make some good, hearty, and nutritious meals right from the blender itself. Take a quality vitamin mineral supplement. Increase your fiber, not only for bowel movements, but when you eat it, when you put a lot in your meal or breakfast or lunch, wherever, which one you do first, it helps you to feel full without adding any calories or any weight. So it's good and it's keep your colon and your bowels moving good. So you get 3 for 1. It's amazing. And then let's see, then natural weight loss boosters. It has this one called, it's an amino acid, and it's phenylalanine. I don't know that. And that one supports the thyroid function and increase the endorphins in the brain. And the other one is powder barley malt sweetener. It said it's sweet. It's extremely sweet, but it said it's very low in calories, so you can use it to sweeten your food, or use it as an alternative sugar. And flaxseed oil, you could take 2 teaspoons daily. That helps burn excess calories. Okay. Healthy meal plan drink. You might want to jot this one down if you would like. It's a nutritious all-in-one meal. It's a meal, actually. So like some people, well, I don't have time to fix something this morning or for lunch. Well, you could do 1 cup of rice milk, 1 cup of soy milk, 1 cup of fruit juice, 1 banana, 4 fresh strawberries if they're available, 1 teaspoon of blackstrap molasses, and 1 tablespoon of powdered nutritional yeast, and of course 1 tablespoon of flaxseed oil. You blend it, you drink it solely, then avoid eating anything until your next meal, because you won't need anything, because you will be so full. And it's nutritious, it gives you energy, and first of all, you won't feel hungry. Now, fruits, basic diet for weight management. Fruits, moderate amounts of raw citrus and sub-acid fruits. Avoid sweet fruits like grapes and dried fruits. Vegetables, you got to eat raw vegetables freely. Cook vegetables should be fresh and minimally processed. Avoid frozen, fried, and canned vegetables. They're no good. Proteins, prioritized vegetarian source like beans, sprouted beans, seeds, and nuts. Avoid refined carbohydrates. You know that what that is. No sugar, no alcohol, no white flour products, no quick oats, no packaged cereals, or processed starches. They're no good. Healthy fats. Use only cold pressed unsaturated oils such as flaxseed oil. And you can use that at the table while you're eating if you want to sprinkle it over or drizzle it over your food. Whole grains. Eat only well cooked, unrefined grains. And that's brown rice, barley, rye, millet, buckwheat, wheat berries, all this great stuff. Bulgur, corn, etc. And you eat those in their natural state. Do not grind them. And then there's some herbs that you can try out. They got that plantain leaves. I think I heard us talk about it. Or psyllium. You're going to take 3 grams in water 30 minutes before meals to aid in weight loss. Green tea, of course, the famous green tea, get organic. We could get the herbs at the health food store or those whole food stores, markets, and you can put it in an infusion ball and do it that way, so you don't get the residue from tea bags that have glue or whatever on them. And then you have astragalus. It does improves the nutrition absorption and energy levels. Chickweed, add in fresh chickweed to your salad, aids in weight loss. Pineapple, eating 1 whole fresh pineapple daily will support weight reduction. And ginger and butcher's broom improves the fat metabolism. Fenugreek helps dissolve the fat in the liver. Nuts rich in serotonin, which increases and satisfy. A study of 25,000 7-day Adventists found that those who ate most nuts were the slimmest. And additional weight loss tips: avoid overeating. Develop the habit of stopping when satisfied. Don't look at the plate and say like it's still more on there. Oh my gosh, I am already full, and you force it anyway. If your stomach say enough, I'm full, listen to your body. Don't eat with your eyes and your nose. You will not be harmed by finishing a meal a little. You have your caloric intake, and if you finish your meal before you even get to that number, it's okay. In fact, it helps shrink the stomach to a healthier size over time. Prioritize raw foods. People who are overweight benefit more from eating raw foods rather than cooked. If cooking is necessary, use methods such as baking, steaming, or boiling, never frying. Okay? And try a juice fasting. Consider do it weekly, a juice cleansing, to detoxify the body. Exercise regularly. A consistent fitness routine is essential to each and every one of us. An aerobic exercise. Exercise in open air. It don't have to be in a gym unless you don't have a choice, unless that's the only way, then it's okay. But if you can do it outside, do it, because you get so much more. Today I watched this father with his 3 little kids, and they were going off to school while I was taking my walk, and they were like, he was letting them walk around. I say, you letting them get their exercise, they get in the sun, they get in the air, that is, and the sun. I said, that is so amazing, so and that is so healthy. And the little simple things that we take for granted is the most important things to our health. But we don't look at that. And they always say keep life simple. Keep it simple. We make it more than what it is, and then we get stressed out and overwhelmed. Okay. If cooking is necessary, don't fry. Boil, steam, and bake. Next one was When you do the aerobic exercise, it's especially beneficial. It helps with weight loss. It strengthens your heart, your arteries, and your veins. And it invigorates the vital organs and the endocrine glands. Walking burns up to 120 calories an hour. So imagine you walk an hour, you don't burn 120 calories, and it's highly effective and sustainable. Jogging burns up to 440 calories in an hour. Swimming, often counterproductive because the cold water does not help with weight loss. Okay? Because cold water can trigger fat storage because the body, once it feels cold, is going to protect itself. And that's how the fat gets to be stored, because the body is saying, oh, this water is cold, and it starts to do its own protecting mechanism, and the fat gets stored. So support digestion. You maintain regular bowel movements, reduce your salt intake, avoid gum chewing because that what makes you hungry. Okay? And childhood obesity, avoid overfeeding children, especially starches and cow milk. Introducing starches before 4 months can lead to allergies and celiac disease. And children overweight by age of 2 are more likely to become obese adults. In conclusion, maintaining a healthy weight is not about deprivation, but it is about nourishing the body with wholesome foods and staying active. Consistency in diet, exercise, and mindful eating is the key. So by making small, sustainable changes and prioritizing your health over rapid weight loss, individuals can achieve long-term wellness and prevent obesity-related diseases. So I thank you for your time, for your listening ear, and I hope this information or this topic will make you conscious of the things that you do when it comes to preparing your meals, and the things, well, I need to walk a little more, or I need to do a little something. I can't just sit around. I can't eat too late. So you will become more conscious of the things, because our Heavenly Father said, the reason my people perish because of lack of knowledge. And in most cases, when people get in issues or medical conditions, is because they really didn't know. And our physician or our communities is not set up to educate the masses or the people about how to stay healthy. They only know they don't educate us, so we get sick, and then we come to them to be healed, and that doesn't work either. So only you can be your best advocate. Thank you so much. Enjoy.
Thank you,
This is Jacqueline
PJW.
Warner.
Thank you. They
You're
know how
welcome.
to survive. And especially where we are, they survive on, those who survive on food stamps, the type of food that they are authorized to use those vouchers for are the meals that make them gain weight. Unfortunately, you can only get peanut butter. You can get certain types of, you can get, what do they call it? Mayo, mayonnaise. Just anyway, I'm not going to go into that. It's a, it's a, it's a huge challenge in the U.S. But if you're not living here, you don't have that issue. So I'm not going to bring it up because this is a forum that has people from all over the world, and I want to appreciate your presentation. You're just right on point. We are the advocates of our health. We should not lose track of that, regardless of where we live, regardless of what's available to us. We pick and choose our battles, meaning we pick and choose what we eat, what we put into our bodies.
Yes,
Let
indeed.
no one tell us otherwise. We know what it means when you are obese. It's not something that someone else has to tell you, right? We are quite aware of that, especially as adults. we have the right. We advocate for ourselves, and we have the right to make sure we educate our offsprings, for those who do have, and also help those who are around us who may not be aware. But those who have already crossed that threshold and are on the other side, let us not leave them by themselves. Let's help them, walk the walk with them, and guide them through, so they can see that there's always a way out of every situation that we find ourselves in.
Yes,
If they
indeed.
are already there and obese, we help them realize it. We walk around with them. We walk through with them. Thank you so much, Queen JW. Appreciate
You're
it. And
welcome.
yeah,
No problem.
I know we have so much going on, and that mindset was just awesome. It's a topic that you really should break it down in 3 segments, where you have one, you share, the following week you share just a little bit, because when you give us too much, not it's difficult to remember all of those pros and cons. So thank you very much. Okay. I want to thank once more all those who have joined us after we started. We appreciate you. We welcome you. And we're not too many of us. We're 15 of us on the platform right now. I want to open this time, just pause for a few seconds and see if anyone has a comment on Queen JW's presentation. And if there are no comments, I will call on Dr. Benny to comment before we proceed to the next topic.
All right. Greetings, my queens and kings. Hey, Brother Carlton. Thank you so much. Anyway, before I proceed to comment, I want to take this moment to thank Queen Debbie McCormick. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity. But I want to thank our Heavenly Father for bringing all of us together this evening. You know, like whenever I wake up in the morning and I'm leaving the house, I say, Father, come with me, right? For him to walk with me, protect me. So sometimes I just have to run just to take the train, right? I beg him to be with me. I ran today with one lady. I was breathing too much, but the Lord was there because I was able to catch that bus. Thank you. And please, if you guys have the time, let us pray for Chloe, Julie's daughter, and to all our brand ambassadors who are under the weather. There are a lot of our brand ambassadors who are seriously sick. Some of them, as I heard, is because of stress that they have strokes, right? They do, seriously. Some of them, there's one who is in the hospital. He has been there for 2 years. Bed rest, swollen legs, swollen feet, and he can't move. But I have one that he had that stroke. Thank God that he's walking with his stick now. He came to visit me. I'm not lying. But I just want to thank God. And I want to thank Dr. Derek for this amazing platform. Queen JW. This topic, you know, people may not understand, Queen Debbie, the importance of this topic or the importance of the health. You're preparing us now so that when the apple comes, we're going to enjoy. Yes. Now, when it comes to this obesity, it's really, seriously, Queen Debbie, it's really serious here in this country. You notice that a lot of big people, I would say fat, look at me. I used to be skinny, but I'm not anymore. And I'm glad I need help because I need to lose 30 pounds. So most of our Americans, the younger kids, or what Queen Debbie just stated, a lot of them, when you're fat, you will go and go to McDonald's, right? You buy all those Big Mac, and then guess what? They will buy diet soda, Queen Debbie, diet soda. So you think that diet soda, after eating that big bread like this, the diet soda is going to solve the problem? That is the problem that we are facing in this country. There are a lot of things that we need to do, but a lot of them, they don't mind to be fat, but I do. I want to thank you for this topic. I don't want to waste too much time, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you again.
Thank you, Queen Penny. Hello, Queen Violet. Over to you.
Diet soda has stuff in it that makes you want to drink more. So it's not diet, because you'll drink, instead of 1 cup or 1 glass full, you'll drink, 2, 3, 4 glasses. And the aspartame is not doing your body any good. Just my 2 cents worth.
Thank you, Queen Violet. We hope we learned something from that. We're always learning things from you, Queen Violet, on a webinar basis. Whenever we have a webinar, your input is always very educational, like everyone else's. Thank you. Note taken for those who may not be aware. Now you know. No reason to say, had I known then what I know now, you've been well informed. So at this stage, sorry? Dr. Derek, did I hear your voice? Oh, I thought I heard you say something. I'm sorry, I'm hallucinating, so my apologies for that. I was just going to say we're moving to the next segment of the webinar, which is part 2 of a topic we started last week on business fair. So this is that time. And let's stay tuned for our one and only AFEM, Dr. Derek Clark, the one and only who has given us the opportunity to be on this platform on a regular basis. From the time it started, from its inception until now, we are still here every Tuesday and Thursday. Thank you all, and pass the microphone over to Dr. Derek. All right, Dr. Derek, we're waiting for him to come, and I just want to, okay, good. Thank you, and always helping. You were born to
Yeah.
help, and
Oh,
you will
mercy.
always continue to help.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Peace, blessings, enough love to everyone. Really appreciate. Really appreciate. Thank you very much, Queen Debbie. And of course, Queen Jacqueline Warner. Oh my goodness. I tell you, that was an awesome presentation. Listen, in 1991, that was the first time I was privy to go to a all you can eat restaurant. Oh my goodness, Queen Jacqueline Warner, I got away. It was $1.48. All you can eat. 1991. $1.48. All you can eat. Man, I tell you, I get way. That was in Virginia. A place them called Ryan's. You see, I'll know me remember the place. Ryan's in Virginia. And King Carter, I say I eat 23 piece of chicken. 23 piece of chicken. Rice and peas. potato salad, vegetable, um, plantain. Oh my god, I go almost about 5 or 6 times because all the waitress do is come and collect the dirty plate. That's all them do. Collect the dirty plate. And I tell you, I eat 23 and my favorite is leg and thigh, you know. Me not eat no chicken back and no chicken wing. No man, leg and thigh. Man, I eat, man. Them nearly had to roll me out of the place, Queen Debbie. They nearly rolled me out of the place. And me tell you, I know, me not put on no weight. So my putting on weight is not with eating. You know, it don't work. That don't work for me. Fortunately, it don't work for me. All right, because my metabolism is very, very, very high. All right, so the eating a lot don't work for me. However, my main meal is in the morning and about midday. My two main meal, and then evening time, which just before the webinar started, I eat about 4 crackers and drink like a milk, almond milk, turmeric with like a ginger and Irish moss, and that was my supper. Okay, all right, and that is it for the night. The only thing I will drink for the rest of the evening is maybe a little water. All right, that's it. That is it, Queen First Lady Dr. Benny. That's it. All right. I know you're not going to eat crackers for no supper because you have your chicken and rice and peas for go eat and curry goat and all them things to eat. But that is what I eat in the morning or lunchtime. All right. That's what I eat in the morning for breakfast or lunch. Right. Those are the 2 times that I would eat. And sometimes I eat two dinner. One for breakfast, one for lunch. 2 dinner. All right. Sometime rice and peas in the morning, and then me drink porridge for lunch. Also, But those are the 2 times I eat big meals. All right. So that's it. And drink a lot of water throughout the day. I don't drink the liquor drink. I don't buy no. Them could have said 100% grape liquor more. Them could have said 100% cranberry liquor more. I know that is not 100%. All right. So anyway, you just have to take care of you. If you don't take care of you, First Lady Queen Dr. Benny, I can't take care of you. All right. See that? Me they too far from you. So I won't able to take care of you. I have to take care of me.
Yes,
You
you
understand?
can.
Now me I take care of Dr. Benny all the way where she is. Him can't take care of her. All right. Even if we did married, I can't take care of her. From so far. It's too far. Mm-mm. So Dr. Benny have to take care of Dr. Benny. All right. Queen Jacqueline Warner have to take care of Queen Jacqueline Warner. Queen Violet have to take care of Queen Violet. Queen Rosalind have to take care of King Carlton have to take care of King Carlton. You understand? Even if you have a cook or a chef at a mouse, you have to instruct the cook and the chef how to roll the show. That's how it goes. You have to direct the show. You understand? All right. So you have to take care of you. When you go to your bed and go sleep, and all of those things, you have to do all of that. I mean, I can't do it for you. So you have to make the decision to take care of you. So that just like how you take care of your vehicle, First Lady Queen Dr. Benny, and you make sure you put the right gas in there, you make sure you put the right oil in there, you make sure you change it regularly, You check your air filter, you check your windscreen wiper fluid, you check your brake, you rotate your tires. You do all of these things for whole iron. But with angle with self like old dog. Mangy dog. That's how we angle with self, like mangy dog. Yeah, we have to take care of ourselves so that we get the maximum benefit of our body. Maximum benefit. That's what we need. All right, good. All right. So thank you very much, Queen Jacqueline Warner. Awesome, awesome, awesome presentation. Really appreciate. Really appreciate. All right. So please let us take care of ourselves. Those online, on YouTube, take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. All right. What we're going to look at, it's business, right? All of us into some type of like a business nowadays, because we're waiting on things to happen. And so while we're waiting on what happened to happen, a lot of persons get involved in all sort of like a business there. And so first of all, we did take a look at people's business last week. We might take a look at it this week also. But let me give you a few pointers. Let me give you a few pointers. All right. On this business sphere. A lot of people don't like to sell. And that's I don't know how you're going to in business and don't like to sell. That don't make no sense. All right. Don't mean you have to sell some product. Yes, you have to sell. All right. From once you're going into business, whether network marketing, um, um, MLM, affiliate, whatever, even a traditional business like a barber shop or even a McDonald's. Any business you're getting into, you have to sell because that's how you make money. The only way to make money is to sell. Let me say that again. The only way to make money is to sell. First Lady Queen Dr. Benny. The only thing is two things you sell. Only two. Only two. You either sell a product, one, or you're going to sell yourself. No, no, not that kind of selling. When you go for an interview, it's yourself you're selling because you want the company to hire you, and you are going to sell yourself in order to ensure that the employer employ you. So y'all sometimes y'all make up some sitting. All when you're not honest, you're telling them you're honest. And you're a honest person, and you're a reliable person. And 2 years into the job, you come and work late every day. So, but you sell yourself. You have to sell yourself in order to get that job. All right? Have to. So it's either you're selling a product or service, or you're selling yourself. I don't even like how selling self sound, so I prefer to sell product and service. All right, Queen Dr. Benny, I prefer to sell product or service because I don't like how the selling of self even sound. All right, so I leave that for people who like to sell themselves. Okay, wonderful. So sell yourself or sell a product, but you have to sell, right? Even if you get into drugs, you have to sell. You have to sell. Huh? Huh? Illegal, but you have to sell. All right. So from once you're selling, once you want to get money, you have to sell. All right. You ask Jeff Bezos if him not for sell. Hmm? Ask Mark Zuckerberg if him not for sell. Hmm? You have to sell. Everybody have to sell. All right. Beautiful. All right. So, therefore, what to look for in an online business? Because most of us know want to get into the online business world, but you know, it sometimes it is overwhelming. But it's simple. The first thing you look for, first thing is you look, is it licensed? Is it registered? Is it bonded? Those are the first three major things that you look for, right? What does it mean to be licensed? It means that they have the permit to legally operate the business. What does registered mean? It means that they are compliant with legal government agency. What does bonded mean? It means that they are protected to protect the clients or customers from potential loss. All right. So some companies are registered and licensed, but they are not bonded. So them don't protect you. You're there on your own. If you lose your money, you're there on your own. All right, good. But when you see a company, check it out. Licensed, registered, bonded. Bonded, very important. All right, which means they are insured. So something happen, you are covered also. All right, beautiful. What is my initial out of pocket expense? Whether it's a monthly subscription or I have to generate some business volume, some BV. So I hope people can relate to that now. Yes, BV. All right. So what is my out of pocket expense? And of course, how soon can I recover it? That's very important. How soon can I recover and maintain my out of pocket expense? All right. So let us look at a few ways that persons get involved, especially with online business. Most online business that you get involved in, they have matrix, right? So you want to know what kind of a matrix is involved. Is it a 2 by 10 matrix? And now with a 2 by 10 matrix, you need over 2000 horsepower under that vehicle to actually make that vehicle run, right? 2046 participants with you to get the full benefit of this program. All right. So whatever the full benefit is, you're not going to get it until you full the matrix, right? So them tell you it's a 2 by 10 and it's easy. You just need two, and those two need two, and those two need two, but it's a 2 by 10. So you need a total of over 2000 people to full that matrix. And a lot of people don't understand that. And so by the time they're reaching at the third or fourth month, they don't even have 16, much less 32 people, much less 64 people, right? So therefore, it's like, oh my goodness, and you're in the 6 month and you still have come out of pocket to pay the business volume or to pay the monthly fee or whatever it is, and you're still coming out of pocket after the 6 month, right? And you're going on and on and on. So you just drop off and you're vexed with the person that invited you. You're vexed with the business. You're vexed, but you never do your due diligence. You never check it out for yourself because you don't even know what you're checking out. All you see is the 20,000 that they are promising you, but you didn't understand that to get that 20,000, you need over 2,000 people to full your matrix to grab on pan that 20,000. So you're there going on and on and on, and you're, oh my goodness, it's a mess. Don't even talk about the 3 by 10 matrix. That even worse. 3x10 matrix is even worse because you're talking about 3, not 2. And so therefore, you're talking about over 88,000 to full that matrix. Those those two those two vehicle in online marketing business or online business, those two type of vehicle, not good to get you where you want to, because it's not many can have 88,000, over 88,000 to full their matrix to get that 20,000 or that 30,000 or whatever they're trying to get, or whatever they are telling you that you will get. Okay, beautiful. And so one of the easiest, let me not say easiest, but one of the most reasonable is a 4x4, right? Because with a 4x4, talking about 340. That's reasonable. Now, if you need 340 to full your matrix to get whatever money that they are promising you, then that is good, because that is now doable. That is now doable. A lot of things are not doable by an average person, right? So these are the things you look for when you want to decide to get involved with online business. Because most online business, if you're not coming a reseller for Amazon or one of those, so where you sell, you just get your commission and you go about your business. But from once, and that's a hard way also to be with, to get some good money. It's a hard way, right? Because it's you alone trying to get up to a level, right? So really and truly, the matrix, the way of the matrix where people help people, is one of the best ways. But it's just which one of the matrix. For me, in my little time since 2007 until now, the 4x4 matrix is one of the easiest way to get where you want to reach in a online business. The easiest way. All right. So anything else, it is going to take very long, and it's going to just frustrate you. And you think, say, all online business is not good, but because you did not know, you did not do your due diligence, because you didn't know in the first place what to look for, right? So I'm helping, because I know that a lot of people is trying to get to do some online business to, go and do something until on passive, right? So these are the things that you need to look for. Is the company bonded, registered, licensed? How long is it going? What is my initial out of pocket? And how long will it actually take me to get back that money and sustain with my income that I'm supposed to be at least start to get? How long will that take me? And the one of the best matrix is really a 4x4, not 7, not 10, not 3x7, not 2x7, not 2x10, not 2x15, not 3x7, not no. No. One of the best one is 4x4. Just 340 people, full your matrix, and that is doable by the average person. So think about it, and any questions? That was it. Any questions? Okay, no question. Everybody good then. So if anyone want to share their business, this will also be the time to maybe share what you want to share with all of us. All right, guess not. Okay, back to you, Queen Debbie. Queen Debbie. All right, First Lady Queen Dr. Benny.
Well, I thank you so much, King Dr. Derek, for this amazing presentation regarding business. We appreciate you, and we are all here learning from each other. Seriously. Businesses, I believe the more business you have, the more money you make. But it all depends upon individuals. People just want to stay with one business. Some just like 9 to 5, and some want fast business by going online. And when you go online, they expect you to bring somebody in order to make the money. Those who want to do that, that's fine. Well, at this moment, I am going to ask Queen JW to please give your closing remarks. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you too, Queen Dr. Benny. And thank you, Dr. Derek, for sharing regarding business,
Okay, peace,
what we should
blessings,
look
enough
out
love to
for,
you.
and because everybody needs some sort of income, I guarantee you. If you want to stay with one, if you want to stay with your 9 to 5, you still won't have enough. So you still got to look for business somehow, some way, no or later. Anyway, in my closing remarks, I know the topic was kind of lengthy, and I talk about obesity some time back anyway. But I think the most important thing that you can say that you're knowledgeable today about, and you're conscious. If you didn't get it all, you got something. And even if you don't need it, there's people that may need it that you can help. I mean, you might not can give them the whole thing, but you can say, fried foods ain't good for you to eat, You can say that. You can say, I heard that raw vegetables are better than cooked vegetables. Yeah. Because when you get sick and you have to eat the raw vegetables, then that will be hard thing, because even when people get sick, still they can't even do the right thing to save themselves. Even in sickness. That's sad. Even in sickness, disobedience still show up. And it's basically disobedience, because our Heavenly Father was the one who told us about everything from the beginning. He said the fruits and the vegetables shall be your meat. He never said the meat to be your meat. And so you have to read your word so you can be equipped with the information that you need. Because these things are just going by. They already know things are no good. If you don't think the word said that, you might have to look it up. But it does say that let your fruits and your vegetables be your meat. He never said for us to eat meat. So that's another thing. That's why we're sick. We are away from vegetables and fruits. Some of us parents, I know in my house, the fruits we ate was off the trees. It wasn't, my mother wasn't going to the store to buy apples and those things. And I guess in the Caribbean islands, you eat the fruits that's there. So I wasn't totally aware of apples and grapes and all of those things. So I wasn't eating them too much when I got to the United States, because I wasn't brought up that way. So I was rebellious. Well, I don't eat that way because we are accustomed to eating that, and I neglected fruits. But when I knew better, I implement them into my life, because I had to raise my children different from how I was raised. So it's not that we can't change things. It's sometimes we don't want to. We get comfortable And we said, well, what's the sense? I'm going to die one day anyway. That's some people's favorite little term that they use. You know, I even heard some young guys, I know I told them that, hey, you drinking a Monster drink? That is no good for you. Oh, we got to die some kind of way anyway. It's how you die is the most important thing. People don't realize that. You think you're just going to lay down. You don't know if you're going to be suffering. You don't know if you don't know. Look at this guy that's in the hospital, like Dr. Benny said, for 2 years, and barely anyone goes and see him. So what you can do today, do it. Whatever changes you can make. It don't have to be no big steps. You hear Dr. T talk about little steps. Take the things out that's no good. It's not hard to do. I did it. I ate some of the same things. And even when people don't seem to think they don't have a choice, you have a choice. I was on that same system, but I choose the foods that I want. There's good and bad in everything, and our Heavenly Father stated it. So why are we making it difficult? Yes, the bad and good is out there. Take the good and leave the bad. I was on them same food stamps and WIC vouchers, but I choose. Yeah, they could give you the bad stuff, but you could pick the best out of the good, out of the bad. That's it. You know? So all I can say, make your choice. If you want to be the best advocate of your health, or you want the pharmaceutical facilities and the medical doctors to dictate your health for you. Because God made the body to heal itself, to function itself, to do everything that it needs to do. If we choose to let the medicine be our food, then that's our choice, So thank you for your listening ear. And God bless each and every one of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Queen JW. I appreciate your closing remarks. I believe that next week you will bring another topic which is very also important for our body, health. Do you know that because of the topic, it's making other people from different webinars to also have a topic like in health? Because at first they were complaining that, oh, why is it in on passive, or is cybersecurity in on passive? We don't need all those. But now I notice that a lot of people nowadays, they're talking about health. The health is very important. If you don't understand how to take care of yourself, how you go when you start receiving the apples, how are you going to take care of that big dollars? That is why we have that mindset, right? The mindset. I believe next week you will come back to us, since you want us to eat fresh food, hopefully now based upon organic, because somebody told me that if I can eat organic food for 2 good weeks, I will lose weight. Then I asked her, now, are you sure when you go to Giant, right? Now you want to buy kale. You have organic kale, and then you have my own type of kale, because I have to cut my code according to my size. Now the question is, are you sure that that one is real organic? That is the problem. Now you make us to understand that you were eating food from the tree. That shows that it's natural, right?
Yes,
But
that's organic.
oh, great. So the ones that we have here, I don't know. We are just eating it.
Well, you see, the only thing I can say, if you know the source, and that means you will have to ask question like Whole Foods. I wouldn't buy organic just to buy organic. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because I always look to see where it come from. If it come from Guatemala, Guatemala or Guadeloupe or Dominica. I look at those things. If it say Mexico, I don't trust that too much because if you hate somebody, why would you have them make your food? So those things, I look at those little minor things to help me to make my choice. Even though I do get organic apples and stuff like that.
Right.
You're right. You don't know if it's organic, but in the United States, at least if you find something wrong with it, you can sue, you can do small claims court and so forth. And the people in the Caribbean, when they buy those things, they just at a loss completely. So
Okay.
you have a different option to say, well, I thought this was organic and it didn't say that, but they have either Humane Society, they have things on there to confirm that is wholly organic. So you have to look for those things that are saying it's truly organic. You have to read your labels as you come to it. But the best organic is in from your garden. But you can't grow everything, Dr. Benny.
I understand. I understand. I really appreciate this. To tell you the truth, the only person that is really saving us now is our Heavenly Father, because you don't know what you're
It's
eating.
really bad.
Thank you. I will ask our King, Dr. Derek, if you're available for your closing remarks, please.
Okay, peace, blessings, and enough love to you all again, to all the kings and queens in the house. All right, and so most definitely, we have to remember that online business, it's not as scary if you know what to look for. It's not as scary. As I said, you want to know if the company is licensed. Listen, you want to know if the company legal. Let me say it that way. You want to know if the company is legal. Because if it's not legal, then right away that's a red flag. Don't even go any further in the company. Leave it alone. Don't even start. I, 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 li- right. A lady one time tell me say she heard that the company that she was going to join was not legal, and she said she joined just because she think, I should say, she think that she would make a quick 10,000. And she said she put in, she get 1,000. She put in again, she get 2,000. She put in again, and when she put in the lump sum now, the company gone. Company gone. So listen, but she did know, she know that the company was not licensed. She know that the company was not registered. But she say she going to take a chance and see if she can get some money before anything happen. So she went in. Right. So she went in with her eyes wide open. But anyway, check if the company is legit. One. Two, how am I going to recover my initial out of pocket expense? Even if you're getting into a traditional business, let's say for argument's sake, you, 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 you might think you have it like that, and you can get maybe a McDonald's franchise for 750,000 or maybe 1.2 million. So you might think you can manage one of those traditional business, like, all right, maybe not a McDonald's, maybe a mm, maybe maybe Subway, start at maybe about, I think is about 400 and something thousand. So all right, yeah, 400 and something thousand to cough up to do Subway restaurant. You must know how you're going to get it back. Yeah, whatever business you are going to get involved in, know how you're going to get back your initial out of pocket. All right, and 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 how it is going to sustain that out of pocket. All right, or the operation, I should say, operation of the business. All right. Try to avoid large matrix with online business now. Try to avoid large matrix. Anything over 7 deep, it's not good, not too good. Um, you know, I think 4 or 5, and then it depends on how the 4 or 5 is structured. If it's a 2 by 5, then fine. If it's a 2 by 7, fine, kinda. But when you're going into 3 by 7, not too good. 3 by 10, oh, terrible. Do you ever talk about 3 by 15? That's worse. All right. I think the sweet spot is a 4 by 4. I think that is a sweet spot, right? Two by up to 7, not bad, right? 2 by 7, not bad. But if you're going 2 by 10 and 2 by 15, then it's a challenge. Not impossible, but it's a challenge. All right. So stick to near. Stick to near. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And over to you.
Thank you so much, King Dr. Derek, for your closing remarks. We appreciate you. At this time, I would like King Dr. Derek to shut down, to stop the recording, so that we can hand it over now to Queen Dr. Nadu and King Herod. If you can close it, please. The YouTube as well. Thank you. All right. Queen Dr. Nadu, are you available, please?
Maybe. How are you today?
Recording stopped.
You are shining, my sister.
All right. Well,
Yes.
just let me say, thank you all very much. Really appreciate. Really appreciate. Thank you very much, Queen Jacqueline Warner. Thank you very much, Queen Debbie. Thank you very much, Queen First Lady Dr. Benny, and all the kings and queens in the house. Just want to thank you. Thank you, those who is online. Thank you, Queen Roslyn. I see you shaking your hand, waving your hand. Thank you all very much. And remember, weekend, and so it is. Dream Team meeting on Sunday. And please come to the Dream Team Sunday, 12:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And that concludes this weekend. So next week, it's Monday, Queen Miriam Edwards, Tuesday, Thursday, Deep Dive, Wednesday, Julie Peer, Thursday morning, O Passion, and of course, all throughout the week, Monday through Friday weekdays, it's Queen Dr. Yvonne and Queen Yvonne Finn. Join us, join us, join us. Thank you very much, and you have a great, wonderful weekend. To all our kings and queens, and especially those on our YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Have a good weekend. Over to you, Queen Dr. Nadu. Just for you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.